Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Heather. Good
Hi,
morning,
Heather.
Sheila.
Hi, MC.
Yay.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Great. Hope you are. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I
Thank
know.
goodness. And we survived the storm.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, so Heather, I don't know if you know this, but normally I am joined by our marketing director, Meg, who had a baby a few weeks ago. Exactly. And so my co-host for today is my colleague, Sheila. And so I want to take just a minute as we get started. So those of you who normally join us for Coffee with MC, you know that over the next number of weeks, 6 or 7 weeks, we're going to have a rotating cast of characters that are folks from MCKRE, from Mary Cheatham King Real Estate, who are going to be joining us as co-hosts. And so today we have Sheila. I'm going to let Sheila tell you guys what her role is on our team. But you guys, Sheila is not only incredibly hardworking and efficient and excellent at her job, but Sheila always is quick with a really witty quip, and she's always quick with a laugh, which I love. I
Yeah,
love that about working with Sheila. So
I've been told that.
I love that. That's exactly right. True. All true.
It's fun. So, Heather, I am a listening coordinator. So I work directly with an agent, supporting them. So basically, I like to look at it as when I'm on the backside handling all of those things, they can keep fishing and bringing in new clients and working through all of the processes that keep us doing everything that we're doing.
Gee, I wish I had one of you for my job.
She's amazing. She's amazing. That's
And
exactly right.
I absolutely love being on the team because there's such a camaraderie and support, and most people know we're a whole bunch of women. And it's fun, and we learn so much from each other. And so we're glad that you're here and that you're in the role that you're in representing our community and just being a part of everything that's going on in Carteret County.
No
Thank
kidding.
you.
No kidding. So Sheila, will you introduce our guest?
Yes, this is Heather Boney from Carteret Community College, and she is a life enrichment coordinator.
Correct.
And Heather, I would love if you would just jump in and tell us a little bit about the life enrichment program and what it is. Who's it for?
So the best way I love to describe my job, which by the way, I love my job. Um, I'm going to age myself. Do you remember the show, The Love Boat?
Oh,
Yes.
So I'm the Julie McCoy of Carteret Community College.
I love that.
I am the cruise director. I only handle the fun classes here at the college. So if you can think of, gee, I want to learn how to, that's what I do. I put together all those classes, whether it's sewing, whether it's pottery and dancing. Those are the ones that I almost always have running. But then I also go out of the box a little bit and I have things like I'm working to create a watercolor class that starts off as a sketching class. I have a new barn quilting class that will be starting in October. And I have a line dancing class at JAPS that will be starting. And I really partner beyond the college because the college is growing so much. There's no room for me to have classes on campus. So now I get to go all over the county and go, will you work with me? Can I have a class here? And then I have to go find the instructor, and then I have to educate the community on when and where, and here's how much. And so, and I try to keep my ear to the ground to find out what people really want to learn. And if you have any suggestions, I'm wide open. And then, of course, my next question will be, do you know anyone that can teach it?
Right. I think
So
that is so amazing. So your audience then really is not kids who are trying to get a degree. Your audience is folks like us, people that live in the community who are interested in learning a new skill or being a part of a group and and being around other folks who are also interested in learning that.
exactly, exactly. And you just nailed it right there because it's not just for the retired and it's not just for the young. I am looking for all ages. I'm looking for anyone that wants to learn a new skill, anyone that wants to make a new friend, anyone that just wants to find a way to get out of their house. And that's
So cool.
what
It is.
this
It's fun.
these classes offer. And
How
hopefully at a very reasonable price.
Absolutely. And then that's part of the thing you have to figure out, right, Heather? Because you are not propped up by the university financially, right? Or so it's you've got to figure out how to fund the classes that you're putting out there.
That's exactly right. And thank you for saying that. Um, in the past, I was under continuing education, which made it very confusing because people thought that I was part of the continuing education program. But just this summer, they moved it out from under continuing education and put it under the foundation, which is amazing on multiple levels because that opens up all kinds of possibilities, but it also helps my students know, oh, wait, so you're not a part of the state system? You don't get money? No, I don't get any money. I get everything. I even have to make enough money to pay myself. So
How about that?
yes, it's a game. It's a constant game. And I'm a retired drug rep, so that's the fun part. It's a constant goal that I know how to chase.
That is so cool.
That is, it's very cool.
You go ahead.
How do people know what classes are being offered and when? Like, do you have a landing page on the community site or?
Yes.
Okay, tell us about that.
They just recently fixed that. So now it's so much easier because it used to be just something you wanted to say very ugly words about. Not anymore. Now it's super easy. If you go to carteret.edu and at the top of the page, you'll see programs and courses. And if you click on that, the very bottom choice is Life Enrichment. And that will land you to my very own page. And
That's amazing.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
then there are categories under Life Enrichment that are the 6 main categories that I do now. And if you'll forgive me, I'm going to pull them up because
Please do.
don't
Yeah.
want to just say anything. I've worked so hard to put all this together recently. And I've got 3 displays going, so I'm trying to figure
And
out.
that's great. Take your time. And guys, if you're watching this, we're linking the page also. So you'll be able to click under the comments on this post and you can visit the page as well and see it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So under the pages, I have culinary and entertaining. So culinary, I'm technically not allowed to use culinary because you're not coming away with a certificate. You're
Okay.
coming away with new cooking skills.
Sure.
So they are cooking classes.
That sounds a lot more valuable than a certificate, Heather. I'd rather have skills than a certificate. I mean, personally,
Yeah.
I think my family would rather me have that as well.
I agree. And I'm not going to go through each one of these. I'm
Okay.
going to stick to the broad things because I
Sure.
really would love for you to go, each one of y'all to go in and check out one of these broad categories. Culinary entertaining is cooking, floral design, wine tasting. Those are things that I have going on in Beaufort at the Culinary Center. I have a gingerbread house class that I'll be doing in conjunction with the Gingerbread Festival with Kay Cool.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And it's the weekend before.
Okay.
So we're trying to get everybody hyped up for the Gingerbread Festival. And then I have hobbies, DIY, and special interest. And that page is constantly changing. Right now, it's focused on mahjong and wood carving and sewing. And I'm so excited. My sewing classes filled up in a weekend. That is never
Wow.
That's awesome. Is this your second class, the sewing class? I just recently saw something and there were so many comments about how much they learned the first time and people were signing up for the second class. So it was getting a lot of love and that's amazing.
So Nancy Piner is my sewing instructor and she's the love.
Okay.
She is the love. The nighttime Nancy sewing instructor is Sarah DeLand and she is taught under Nancy and Sue Ellen Leonard, whom we miss every day. And I'm going to cry just even thinking about her. But anyway, that's okay. God bless us. She's our little angel that still watches over me every day. But Sue Ellen has trained Sarah, and Sarah is my nighttime teacher.
Okay.
So they're both absolutely incredible sewing teachers. And they're a little bit different in their own way, but I have a lot of people that can't take classes during the day, so I try to offer them at night as well. So let me go back to my
Absolutely. Yeah. So you've got culinary and the DIY.
Okay. And then I have dance, music, fitness, and sports. This is another one of those that's constantly changing.
Yeah.
Right now, I have the standard ballroom and foxtrot classes that are coming up, intro. But then I met with Matt this morning, and we're going to take the intermediate level is for anyone that has taken any of his classes in the past. In October, you could sign up for the intermediate class, and that'll bring you back into his classes and help you pick up your skills again. So, and they're only $50. So it's really amazing.
And when you say that, what's for what duration? The classes
It's 1 hour for 4 weeks.
That's amazing. Wow, what a deal. Okay, sorry, I keep interrupting you. We're just excited.
No, I can't even tell you how excited I am. And then the one partnership that I'm most proud of that I just created is with Jack's on the Waterfront. Tess and Carrie and I have created a line dancing class that will be different every single week. And it's a $20 fee. You get a drink, a beer or a glass of wine, and an hour and a half lesson.
Wow.
Each Wednesday from now till December.
How about that?
The end of September till December. It starts on the 24th. And you can pay in advance or you can show up at the door and pay. So it's going to be a blast.
That's going to be a good one.
Blast.
I don't think you'll have any problem filling that class.
Me neither.
And fitness and sports. The reason why I put fitness and sports in there is because I also partner with Parks and Rec, both Newport and Morehead City. So whatever they're offering, I help promote, like yoga. And then I also have Tai Chi. But I'm working really hard to put together pickleball courses and I'm hoping to put that over at Crystal Coast Country Club.
Wow.
Keep checking back on that one. And then art classes. This is my broadest expanding thing that's changing ever so much every day. I have barn quilts, I have mixed media, I have standard acrylic painting. And then I hired someone this week that wants to start with like sketching 101 and then take it into that sketching into watercolors. I want to take that.
So the skills build on each other, which is really exciting.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I don't want you to just come take one class. I want you to take all my classes.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Tom Kais is my signature author.
Yes.
Loves to teach and he is amazing. And he is starting my writing classes. He teaches every fall and usually once in the spring. He'll be teaching this fall starting in October and something along the lines of, so you want to write a book or no, everyone has a story to tell is this one that will be teaching. That one's at Reed's Coffee Shop at the wine bar at night. So you get a glass of wine, you come lecture, and I've got a worker in front of me, so excuse the noise, that's okay. And so then I'm offering foreign languages for travel. So to teach you how to learn the language and how to utilize the apps for traveling.
That is so smart. But so Heather, what I love about this is that these are things, number one, I don't know how you feel, Sheila, but I feel like, we get to be relatively creative at work sometimes, with things, but I mean, like this just taps into so much. Like this makes me feel like a kid a little bit, having all these great options of things that tap into your creative side, but things that really allow you to use your brain and engage in a different way, not to mention to get to meet people that also live in Carteret County that are interested in the same things. I love that you can kind of plug in and then you can engage in something else, the next course section that's offered. I mean, it seems like you've got something for everybody. I think this is such an underutilized and maybe unknown to a lot of people community resource.
Agreed.
Yeah.
How did you hear about me, if I may ask?
Well, it's so funny. I used to get the course catalog, and under continuing education, I would always thumb through and think, ooh, I want to take that class. I want to take that class. But then, I kind of hadn't in the last, I really hadn't thought about it, frankly. And then Sheila is the one who got to choose who her special guest was. So Heather, you are Sheila's special guest for today.
That's true.
And so Sheila, tell us what made you invite Heather.
Honored.
Well, I had taken a photography class probably 2-3 years ago. And then it kind of, life got busy, stuff happened, and it kind of fell off my radar. And then I started looking to see what was happening, and I was having a little bit of trouble finding it. and what was being offered. And I was like, the community needs to know, because I started seeing more things, more classes coming up. And I believe that was on the college page. They were promoting the sewing class specifically. And I was like, hold on a second, let me do some more looking. And I was like, nope, she needs to come on. We need to have her explain it and let the community know.
So now you can find me very clearly
Yes.
in all these classes, programs and courses, life enrichment.
Love that.
And I think you can Google life enrichment. I'm working on how to find specific classes with the new software system that they have put me under. I am a one-arm paper hanger over here. I create the website, I build the classes, I find the instructors, I manage all of it. I have a wonderful group of people that I work with, but it's all me. I mean, this is like my own little business, and that's the best part about it.
It's really impressive, Heather.
Well, thank you. Another thing that I do want to mention that is the beautiful thing about being under the foundation, if I have an idea that I'm working with a gentleman named Jared Jones, he's also in the foundation. He does community programs, and he and I are trying to do adult day camps. He does the kids' summer camps and some other things, like he's putting together an adult fun trip to Mike's farm. So it's going to be go to Mike's farm and then depack and stuff like that. But he and I have been talking about things like Construction Academy for Women, where the DIY, I want to learn how to do this. How do I handle those tools safely as a 5'3", 115-pound woman? I'm scared to death of those tools.
Sure.
And I want someone to teach me how to do it. And I want to do it in a day. So that's what he's helping me put together. And then, and my wonderful boss just walked in. She's also a key player in this because she's helped me take this program to the next level. This is Brenda.
Hey, Brenda. How you doing?
She's the director of
Good
the
morning. Good
foundation.
morning. Oh my gosh.
So he and I are talking about all kinds of adult day camps. That's probably going to happen more in the coming months.
Okay.
Because, I mean, this just has all taken place in the last few weeks that they've moved us over here. So our brains are going right now. I mean, we're trying to get it all implemented.
It's really incredible. It's a whirlwind, and it sounds like you are managing it all beautifully. So I think the most important thing for people to know is we're going to put the link here on the Facebook post, and then they can go in, they can save that link, guys. I don't know. I do this all the time. I don't know if y'all do this, especially if I'm on my phone and I want to save something. I just copy and paste the link, and then I put it in the notes at my notes app on my phone. Yeah. And I could say like, the community college programming, but just put it in there so that I can go back and get to it, because what you're saying, Heather, is that it's going to change over the coming months. So to go back and be able to recheck it and re-engage with it. So
it's constantly changing.
Okay. So this is big, y'all. This is big. You guys, if you have taken one of Heather's classes, will you comment so that we can learn from you and kind of what you've loved about it? This is just such a cool resource, Heather. It's incredible.
Also on the main webpage is my office number.
Okay.
It is directly linked to my cell phone. And again, because I am a one-arm band over here, if you call my office number, you're going to get me day or night. I may not take your call, but you will get me.
But we'll get your voicemail. I love that.
That's right.
Yeah.
And if you're having issues with something on the webpage or something like that, leave me a message. I'll go fix it right then. Because I'm not going to have any more issues with the webpage. I'm going to fix this right now. So let me know. Anybody, let me know. Text me. Tell me it's not working. Help. And I will help.
How you can't ask for more than that, Heather. Nope. You can't ask for more than that.
That's great.
So Sheila, would you like to ask Heather our final question?
I would love to. Heather, we always like to ask our guests before we take off is what's saving your life right now?
So I'm glad you asked that. I'm a breast cancer survivor. Okay. I just recently, 2 years ago at this time, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I had a little bit of a more challenging journey than I thought it would be. I thought I had one lump, I had two. I thought, okay, they'll just take my girls and I'll be done. No, wasn't that easy. I it was in the lymph nodes and I had to go through radiation and I had a severe infection. So my whole point of this was it's been a 2-year process. So now I get up every morning going, holy cow, I feel good today. Yay. So I'm very excited and just blessed that now I'm in this position, feeling this good, and I'm healthy, and just God puts me where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there. And I'm so grateful for that.
What a great one.
It is. That was amazing. Really amazing because I had no idea. And the level of energy that you bring is phenomenal. So
Thank you.
we're grateful to have you.
No kidding.
Thank you. And I'm grateful for y'all because I've always heard great things about you and what you're doing here. This is wonderful to help educate the community about all the things that are being offered.
Well, we appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you to Sheila for
Thank
bringing
you.
us to you. We're very excited to help spread the word. Guys, you get out and sign up for your classes. And so thank you, Heather. Thank you so much for being here. We hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, y'all, as well.
Okay, thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So let's see, Sheila, before we let everybody go, what is saving your life right now?
What's saving my life?
Yes.
Oh, that's a big question, and
I
I wasn't
know.
prepared to answer that. I think consistency.
Ooh, I love that. Tell me more.
Consistency in just the everyday little things. Getting up and doing the things that are necessary.
Yeah. I love that. I think that's so good.
Yeah. Because we
Yeah.
all have highs and lows and life happens and stuff happens. And sometimes you're like, life just isn't a whole lot of fun right now. But it's the consistency of
Yeah.
continuing just to do the things and knowing that this is a moment in time. This isn't all of the time.
Yes.
And tomorrow, who knows what it's going to look like? It could be
Yeah.
better than today or not. And we're going to keep doing it. So yeah.
I love that. Consistency really does get you results. And there's also something that's so that feels good about a routine.
Yeah.
Which is also, I
Love
think,
it.
relates to consistency. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's making consistent choices, but then there's just the fact that you're in a routine and you know what's going to happen next.
Yeah. And sometimes
Right.
it's the habits and not necessarily the discipline.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's the discipline that keeps the habits.
That's
in check.
that's a delicate balance.
Yes, absolutely.
That's exactly. That was a good one. That was a good one. Well,
there's that sometimes.
I think mine is going to be so we took our oldest daughter to college. Last week. And so I think just feeling really supported by friends and family and by all of you guys. That just was really
That's
special
step,
and
big
sweet. I
change.
know, just y'all. I mean, if you want a lot of support, what you need to do is find 25 women.
That's true.
You can get through just about anything
Yeah.
if you've got 25 women in your corner. So anyway, so many, of course, women in our group who have been through exactly this before. And you dropped a kid off at college, and it's happy and it's sad and it's bittersweet and it's wonderful and all those things. Life changes.
And some of them are going to cry with you. And some of them are going to tell you, buck up, honey.
That's
We've been here. You're going to be
right.
okay.
You're going to be fine.
But you take that mix and that balance.
That's
and
sweet.
It's good.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's very sweet. Well, guys, thank y'all for joining us this morning. We hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye.